everyone, this is Jamie here at our Princeton location. Today I'm coming at you with some quad stretches and some variety of ways to mobilize the soft tissue. I've had a lot of clients recently that have been complaining about having tight quads, tight hips, mostly from a lack of movement. You're sitting at a desk all day, you're in the office. That is going to cause the muscles in your quads to shorten and as a result tighten. So if you've been sitting at your desk all day, this is a great chance for you to get up and do a little bit of stretching. So I'm going to show you two stretches that I like doing. Compliments of Dr. Sarah. So if you haven't been to Dr. Sarah for physical therapy, I highly recommend it, especially if your quad tightness has become an ongoing issue and you are feeling any kind of back pain. She is amazing. She will help you out. So one thing that you're going to need is a bench. Or if you're at home, this is also called a couch stretch because you can do it at home on your couch. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a mat on the floor just to protect my knee. You're going to bring the top of your foot to the cushion of your couch or to your bench. I'm going to hop my other foot forward, and then I'm going to lower down until my knee is on the floor. So leaning forward might be where you're starting for today. If you feel pretty good, you can kind of work your way backward. The ultimate goal is to think about keeping the belly tight, squeezing the glutes, so you're pushing your hips forward, and then leaning back until you get that full stretch here. So eventually, if it feels pretty good, you can always add on by reaching the arm up and then tipping over to the side. That'll get a little bit of that hip release as well. This might be plenty for you to do. I recommend doing like 30 to 60 seconds at a time each side, depending on your tolerance. And focus on breathing. So the more that you breathe, the better that brain signal is going to send to your muscles that says everything's okay, you can relax, everything's fine. And eventually the muscle will release. The other quad stretch, you might want a band for this next one, but you're also going to need a bench or your couch. You're going to sit on the bench with your feet up, and then we're going to drop one foot off the edge until you can grab onto your foot or your ankle. So this is where your band would come into play, where maybe you can't reach your foot, you can hook a band around the leg, and then you're going to squeeze your heel up toward your glutes. So again, same thing, holding there for 30 seconds to a minute until you feel that release. Great to do if you've been sitting all day. So the other three things that I'm going to show you are about soft tissue work that you're going to do on your quad. So one thing you're going to need is a kettlebell, a foam roller, and then also, I am working with a very lightly weighted barbell. If you have a rolling pin at home, or if you have a mobility stick, you can use that as well. So, first thing is a quad smash with a kettlebell. So you're gonna sit on the floor with your legs extended and try to relax the legs. I'm gonna start toward the top of my hip. I'm gonna tip the kettlebell onto its edge. So there's a little flat edge on the bottom. And I'm just gonna very slowly rock that back and forth. So focusing on breathing again, trying to get it to relax, maybe taking it in some circles. I like to work my way a little bit further down until we reach toward the very top of the knee. So avoiding the actual joint, but staying on that quad muscle. And if you feel any extra spots that feel like, wow, that's really tight, hang out there, take a couple of really deep breaths, see if you can get that muscle to release. Another thing you can do is a contract and release, where we contract, we tighten the quad, and then we let it go, and then just let that weight press down. So with the foam roller, everybody's pretty familiar with doing foam rolling, but you can hold a plank on your forearms. I recommend doing just some gentle back and forth. So I'm gonna find that spot on my quads, just rolling forward and back. And then once I've been here for a couple of minutes and I feel a little bit of that release, I might wanna go to a single leg. So putting all of that weight into one leg, and again, rolling up and down, feeling that release. If I find a spot, I might hang out there for a couple of seconds. And then I like to do a couple of leg extensions here. So I'm gonna extend my leg and bend my leg. So as I extend, it relaxes a little bit. As I bend, I'm gonna feel that pressure just a little bit more. And I'll do like 15, 20 reps on each leg. The last and final thing, like I said, if you have a rolling pin in your kitchen, that's great to use. I have a mobility stick at home, and I like to use that. I prefer to do this in a seated position. So I'm gonna extend my leg. I'm gonna take my rolling pin or whatever apparatus I've chosen for the day, and I'm just gonna roll down my quad. So just a little bit of the less pressure that you would get on a foam roller because you're not putting your entire body weight. So I can control this a little bit more. Pro tip, this also works pretty well with like your calves and things like that. So if you want to try that at home, go grab the rolling pin from your kitchen, see if you can get it to release. So remember, if you have been sitting all day, it's probably time to take a break, get up, do some stretching, see if you can release those muscles. You might not even realize that they're tight until you start doing these things, and then you're gonna have a little bit of a realization of, oh, I should do this a lot more. So good luck, have fun with it, and hopefully your quads feel a little bit better after doing this.